Failed you lie? There we go. They should be good.
Okay.
Live?
Can anyone check to see if we're live?
I cannot see you live yet.
Yeah,
But
Give it a second.
Yeah.
I think it got set wrong somewhere. It says live 117 minutes.
Well,
Oh, now it's live. We are live.
And we're live. Hey.
Alright.
All right. Well, hello everyone joining us in Maplewood, Minnesota. Hello everyone joining us through the magic of the interwebs. This is your November staff meeting for the 2025 Anime Detour cycle. My cute title for this one is Event Space and Staff Vouching. These are things we've already been talking about, so it's probably not all that exciting. Probably this meeting's going to be slightly less exciting than the others, which is kind of a good thing. Things are going well. There's not all that much we need to figure out or change.
So there is still some pretty important deadlines that are going to start coming up by the end of this year. So we got to start working some details, at least for the department heads.
Yeah, this is kind of the meaning of, hey, department heads, wake up. It's time to start getting us stuff.
The first two words in that title there should tell you what we're referring to.
Alright. So we will do as we usually do, go through all of the divisions, and I have done my spreadsheet in a way that I'm not getting my notes, which is annoying. Let's see if I can fix that.
No.
Presenter view. Hey,
And changed everything back there too.
what the heck? I blame this. Alright. Fine, hide presenter view. Cass, are you gonna? You can. I mean, you can just mind them or read them yourself if you want. I trust you. And I know what some of them are.
I'll put up the thing.
Wait, how is it even small on the screen?
It takes a minute.
It's dying.
Well, in the meantime, we can start with the,
Yes.
or the
Just
departments that are
don't
here.
question it, JC.
No, I will stop questioning. All right. So if you are here, if from this department and you want to make an announcement, please do come up. Otherwise, I will make a few as we go. So IT, the very first listing here, we have, that's not on the screen anymore. I swear, IT is the very first division, or the very first department listed under Grass Division. You may have already noticed, we have our new website up. It is much prettier and should be much easier to edit than the previous one. I am still talking to Charles and Christina about making a sort of pathway for all the department heads to have to more easily change their information. Sweet.
Too far.
There we go. So department heads will be able to go in, see the web pages that refer to things that they control, and be able to make their own edits, suggesting them straight to IT, and then IT just says, yes, that's a good change, and the website is magically updated instead of having to always send a request to IT, hey, please change these 6 paragraphs in the old chain that never worked very well. So I'm very optimistic that we will get that going shortly, so look out for more emails about how we will be doing that and what that process will look like, but it should be a much better process, and our website should have accurate information. That's really a goal that I think is pretty important to have. Social media is great, and I know a lot of people mostly get their updates there, but I really think our website should be a one-stop shop that people can go to anytime and get correct information. So. Merchandising. I know Christina is here. Anything to share?
Nope, just working on art with the themes people right now. So.
Okay. Yeah, Merch is working on art stuff, so working with the themes department. Programming. I know Jesse told me that now that we do have the new website up, AMV contest will be opening soon for submissions, so if you're interested in that or know people that are, definitely let them know. And of course, panels have already been open since September. They will be open until January 31st as usual, so contribute to Anime Detour. Told we have good programming. So please help us make it, continue to make it good. Anything else you want to say, Jesse? Okay. Themes. I know Colin is here as well. I did just ask him if he wanted to say anything.
I think
Okay. I won't say too much about it, but given the theme of spies and syndicates, we are doing a thing.
Yep.
And we have formed a committee to help determine what the thing is. I'm not going to give too much information about that, but we will tease it a little bit before we get to the convention itself. Video gaming, I don't think we have anybody from video gaming here. Alright. And we do have Aaron from Volcom. Anything you want to share?
I almost finished the menu.
Cool. That's a good thing. If you could not hear that online, Aaron shares that the menu is mostly decided, so I assume that means things are generally progressing well enough. I know it's a very constrained situation, so
People
thank you
will be
for
fed.
working with that.
There will be food.
All right. Guess I have to use the mouse. All right. Water
So-
division.
Alright, so facilities, there is still an open facilities head if people want to do facilities. Me and JC have basically been running it right now, so there's not as much to do pre-con stuff. We are looking for people to help me with facilities during the convention, which would basically be you sit around when people need water stations refilled or something cleaned up from the hotel, you're the one who notifies the hotel. It's pretty simple, you just gotta be on call a little bit and able to work in little app the hotel has for sending them notifications.
Yeah. We just had a sit down or a call with Doug, our hotel contact, yesterday. Nothing huge to work through, mostly just a lot of like ticking off some boxes, making sure that we're on the same page. We got a wonderful spreadsheet that the hotel's been maintaining that we did not have before, with a lot of useful information and a lot of things that were actually better situations than we realized we
Basically
had.
shows us every single room in the hotel and when we get access to it. As some of the spaces we found out we actually have access to much earlier than we anticipated, and
Yeah.
including like I think Monday for Volcon if we really wanted to get to Volcon 4 days early.
A lot.
So yeah, a few
Oh.
things that were silly, but generally things are very good. We should have more than enough access to everything we need.
I'm expecting like a 5-day cooked bolognese now.
Like 10 hours.
That's still really good.
The more relevant thing, as we said on the meeting title here, is event space. We are going to be well. I think JC did send out the to all the department heads the resume room set. If you've been department head in the past, it's going to look very familiar. If you're a new department head, basically we just need a list of everything you are going to use from the hotel for the entire weekend. Tables, chairs, drapery if we're going to need it. And if you need a changeover in a room, if you got to change from like a stadium seating to auditorium or school seating, we need times for that.
Yeah.
It's
So,
not a
let's get
rush.
on.
We have until January to get this back to the hotel, but we need all the department heads thinking about this now because we got to get this to the hotel so they can get it to their teams and get their stuff set.
Yep, and I do have a little bit more on it later in the presentation, so I'll move on for now and circle back around. Marketing, do we have anything? I know we have at least one person working in marketing. I don't know if we have any announcements.
Just for social media, the form went up on the Discord, so if you need anything posted to social media with at least 24 hours, fill out the form. The more detailed you can be, the less we have to make up on your behalf, and yay.
So
Yeah.
what they're saying is the social media did release a social media request form. Basically, if you want something posted to any of the social media accounts, it's a really simple Google form. You fill out what you need, what days you want it to go up. The more content you give them, the better, so they don't have to try and make up stuff for you. And you gotta give them at least 24 hours notice, obviously. Again, more notice the better, so they can get time to schedule things,
Yeah.
but
I think this is a big step, actually, to have the Google form for social media. I know, email is still our official way of talking to each other, but I think anything that happens on a regular basis, it is better to have a specialized form for. So I really appreciate social media within marketing developing that, and I think that should help smooth out the requests in the future. Operations, I'm guessing there's not a lot to share for operations right now.
We're gonna start training you on radios in January, so department heads and anyone with, get ready and think of anyone else in your department who you might also want to put on a radio.
Okay, so
radio
Allie,
training's in January, they're saying.
Yeah.
Starts in
It's
January.
back,
Starts in
baby.
January.
yeah, Allie says radio training is back. It will be starting in January, so anyone that is going to possibly have a radio at the convention itself needs to get radio trained. It is not a long process, I promise. It's quick, it's easy. I don't know why there were ever complaints about it. It's really simple, so do it.
We have more chairs over here for the folks
Yeah.
who
You
came
get a
in, by the
shiny
way.
badge ribbon this year too.
Ooh.
You get a badge ribbon if you complete it.
Everyone loves badge ribbons.
Who
It's the
doesn't like
motivation
prize?
for life. Registration. I don't think we have.
No, Clarissa's here. Yeah,
Oh.
she showed up.
Ah, there you are. This is a small packed room. Anything to announce for registration?
Nothing really to announce. I'm still working on some things, so.
Okay. I have an announcement for registration. You know about too.
Oh, yes.
We did have a discussion with Clarissa. We are setting a pre-registration deadline this year. So that will be March 1st. We will not do pre-reg right up until the convention. I don't know why that was ever a decision. So we do want to cut that off. We're going to be announcing that more broadly to our attendees very, very shortly, since we are, in some sense, taking something away. We want to make sure people know it well in advance. But we're very helpful that this time we will have all the information we need to make pre-registration pickup much better, much faster, and we will not repeat the nightmare of the line last year.
Pre-residents will go back to being fast again.
Yes. So that is our guarantee. Reservations, anything from you on that, McKenna?
Yeah, so the hotels are open. As some people have noticed, if you looked at the Millennium link in the last week, it doesn't work anymore. Apparently, after telling us that link would work, as part of the transition from Millennium to becoming a Sheraton, they took down the Millennium servers and killed our link. So Sheldon is working on getting me a new link that we will get up shortly as soon as we get that sorted out.
So,
Otherwise, the Hyatt is sold out. That I have been told. I'm still working at the Hilton. I think we will be able to get more space at the Hilton. But at least the Hyatt's sold out. I'm pretty sure we will still have space at the Millennium once we figure out their computer stuff.
and before we go to Dave, I just want to say we're sold out at the Millennium, but if you're depending on a staff room at the Millennium, if
Hyatt.
you're talking, or sorry, yes, at the Hyatt.
Yes.
If you're talking about you need rooms for people that your department is recruiting to come to the convention, we have those.
Yes, those
we
are in
have
a separate
block
block.
set aside. Don't worry,
Yes.
those are not gone. We will make sure that everyone that needs those gets those.
The attendee rooms are sold out.
Yes. Same with like the Artist Alley and the vendors. We hold those rooms separate. So there are rooms for the people who need them in those special departments. They're just not open to the public.
Yeah. Was that your question, Dave, or something else?
Well, a little more is, do we have a number? Because I have a bunch of acts and I'm giving out hotel rooms,
Yeah.
but if there's a number that I can't go over, I'd like to know.
I have enough. I'll say
yeah,
that.
there is, but it's higher than your number.
If you say so.
I make pretty good. I hold on to, as JC complained to me, more rooms than I probably needed to, but it's because there's always rooms that come up at the last minute. So, yeah, unless you're gonna give every single person in a 20-person act their own individual room, I have enough.
Okay, no, that wasn't.